The Kings finishing their road trip in style, a 7-3 decision here in Prince George against the Spruce Kings. Brock Sawyer up in our post-game show. Let's start with the third period, because it was something we had talked about Friday night in Chilliwack and Saturday night in Merritt as well, particularly last night in Merritt, where the Kings had the lead, but it wasn't convincing in that final frame. You outshoot the Spruce Kings 22-9 in your third period tonight. That's a good way to respond.
Oh, definitely. I think after our first two outings in pretty tight third periods where we took our foot off the throttle, or I think in Chilliwack we tightened up a bit and started squeezing the sticks. I think we learned our lesson and came out and delivered a solid 20 and found the back of the net in convincing fashion and really took the game over.
Wanted to go back to a first period, pretty tight between these two clubs. Is that maybe a reflection of both teams knowing each other so well, particularly how the coaches want the game to go?
Yes and no. I think, for us, it obviously a late night, a little bit of travel,
yeah.
So, get the bus legs out. And I thought we did a good job generating opportunities. We didn't really capitalize on many. And, a tight game, obviously, with both teams looking to pin and down low and not really give up much. So, you could see the way it was going to play out through the first 20. And then once we really found our stride and got after it in the second, you could see that we started to get more opportunities and really take advantage of our speed.
Wanted to talk about the second period, very reminiscent of the second period in Powell River against the Spruce Kings. Prince George scored twice, granted in Powell River not as close together, but they scored twice, tie the game up with the Kings having a 2-0 lead. Kings bang bang right back. We saw that again here tonight, the back-to-back goals. What was the message on the bench after Prince George had done that to Powell River, and obviously a 2-0 lead on the road, end of a road trip, heads can start to sink?
No, I think it's, we knew once we spotted them too, we had to pull up our socks and get back to work. And, whether that's just not being mentally ready to start a period, but, don't really know can't put my finger on what it is. But, no, I think the guys did a great job responding and coming out. And there was no real panic. I mean, we knew we were going to get our bounces. And I think we were a little lackadaisical on the back end again with the end boards playing into a factor tonight with some opportunities coming out. And then finally we figured it out with a nice bank pass from Jack Long, of all people, who's, I guess he's a pool shark. So he found the right angle and then sprung for a breakaway. So, but no, we never really panicked, just kept going, kept pushing, just had to find our groove. And once we found it, you could see how the opportunities started to come and the rebounds were there. And we were getting to the greasy areas to score. I think we scored about 3 or 4 of them right around the top of the crease tonight.
Dramatic turnaround in that third period. We've already discussed shots on goal, 22-9, but what was said in the room through 40, obviously game pretty much in the balance at 2 on the road, 20 minutes to go. What was said in the room there through 40 to get the guys ready for a final period?
I told him I wanted cheeseburgers, so let's go get it done. No, well, I did say that.
That's honest. That's
honest.
I
did say that. But no, I just, we had such a good weekend up to this point coming into the third period, and we just said, let's get, 20 minutes to get a job done, and 5 or 6 points on an interior trip like this, it's hard to do. So we told them, hey, just batten down the hatches, put your work boots on for 20 minutes, and we can enjoy a good bus ride home. So the cheeseburgers were in there as well, but no, that's all we said. Just go out and take it over, take what's yours, and we'll have some fun on the way home. So I think the guys rallied around the fact that we're going to be on the bus till tomorrow till noon. So, they wanted to get out and have a good trip home.
Certainly the second straight year the Kings have been able to come up here to Prince George and take away a victory last year 3-2, this year by a score of 7-3. We won't talk on it too much. I want to focus on the highs, but obviously you get Cowichan in Powell River next weekend for a doubleheader. 4 losses against a club that's, right there, 8 points. You could argue 16 that have gone by the wayside.
No, it's tough. It's tough dropping, 4 games, especially to a divisional opponent. But, hey, I mean, it's we got them back on our home ice now for 2. So, we'll get home tomorrow and take the rest of the day and hit the work boots and, hit the ice and get prepared for Cowichan. I mean, it's a team we're familiar with. Like you mentioned, we played them 4 times. So, we know what to expect. We know we just have to bring it and up our intensity. And, I mean, the games that we have lost in there, I think 2 of the 3 we didn't really show up. I thought the third one we lost, we had some pushback, and then obviously the fourth one, a 7-5 contest, it could have went either way. Yeah. So, and I believe we hit 3 posts that game, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So, no, it's we've had some good battles with them. We just came out on the short end of the stick, 4 times. So hopefully turn it around and have a good weekend back in Powell River.